Now we have Michael Radine, who is a lawyer who is suing the crypto guy that Trump pardoned because allegedly he's been funding October 7 and the atrocities and the aftermath. What the hell? To explain everything, because even I'm struggling to get my head around it, here he is. Michael Radine, thank you so very much for joining us here on the Erin Molan Show.
Erin, thank you so much for having me. I'm excited to be here.
Really, really looking forward to chatting to you and getting the reaction off some big news that's just dropped regarding a lawsuit. Can you tell us who you are suing, and why?
Yeah, thank you. So I'm an attorney with the law firm Osen LLC. We're the nation's premier law firm committed entirely to representing victims of international acts of terrorism. Yes. We represent victims of Hamas terrorism, Hezbollah. We represent hundreds of Gold Star families and U.S. veterans who were killed or injured in Iranian-backed attacks while serving in Iraq. We've represented families of Christian missionaries who were kidnapped and murdered by the FARC in Colombia. Our co-counsel represents Yazidis who were murdered and tortured and raped by ISIS. This is all we do. And what we've brought here is a new case against Binance and its founders. And Binance is the world's largest cryptocurrency exchange. And the way it got so big was it was designed, and our complaint will show these allegations, it was designed for crime. And it attracts criminals intentionally, and it attracts terrorist financiers, as I'll explain. And when I say that, this is their words. Binance's own chief compliance officer said in 2020 that Binance's customers, quote, are here for crime. Another Binance compliance officer joked that the company should put up a banner saying, quote, is washing drug money too hard these days? Come to Binance, we got cake for you. These are actual quotes that are spelled out in our complaint. So what has Binance done? It's a cryptocurrency exchange built, as we allege, to attract criminals. Now, Binance already got nailed by the Department of Justice. They reached a plea deal. They paid $4.3 billion in penalties. And the founder spent 4 months in jail, recently pardoned by President Trump.
Now, remind everyone who that is.
That is our good friend. So we've sued two founders. One is Changpeng Zhao, and the other is Guangying Chen. So Changpeng Zhao, he's the head of the company. He founded it. He's still the majority shareholder in the company. Did 4 months in prison for this conduct. And where is he? His line is that Binance, where's the whole company? Binance is wherever he and his laptop are. It's a service, we allege, that is designed to be outside of the reach of law enforcement. That's what makes it attractive to criminals. So he can fly around the world, opens his laptop, and there Binance is. At least that's what he claims.
So what's the October 7 link?
So Binance knowingly participates in, and this is we allege in great detail in the complaint, moving hundreds of millions of dollars for Hamas, for Hezbollah, for the Islamic Revolutionary Guard Corps, which is Iran's terror apparatus that runs these terror groups like proxies. And we allege a lot of it. Now, FinCEN, which is the U.S. Treasury Department's financial enforcement wing, said they reported that Hamas moved $2,000 for its Qassam brigades, that's its military sort of wing, on Binance. $2,000 is nothing. We have alleged with receipts hundreds of millions of dollars that they've moved. And so what we've done is that we have located Hamas fronts, Hezbollah fronts that are designated as an identified by the U.S. government and by the Israeli government, and we can track their wallets on the blockchain to see just how much money they're moving through Binance, which Binance, we allege, again in great detail, knows all about.
I was about to say, so it's not like they create it, they step back and they know nothing about what goes on, which, by the way, would not be okay regardless.
Right.
But you're saying they are aware of where this money is coming from, where it is going to, and what it is being used for.
Yeah, the quotes I gave before, they're more than happy to facilitate the crime. They've gotten all manner of warnings. You can see it even in the transactions themselves. There is an a Hezbollah IRGC aligned gold for crypto smuggling network run out of South America. And I'll give you an example. You have a guy in Venezuela. He's 22 years old. He has an account. He moves $60 million on Binance. He's 22. Okay. He's not Venezuela's greatest investor. He is a stooge that is being used to move money for Hezbollah. You have case after case after case for this. Money flying in and flying out to identified Hezbollah accounts. You have entities designated before and after October 7th, and that's perhaps the worst thing, is that none of this stops after October 7th.
Yeah.
So just to give you a couple examples, Bycash, this is a U.S. designated Hamas front, moves at least $240 million worth of crypto through Binance before October 7th, 1.3 million after October 7th. Another example.
So even after they would have seen what had occurred and what their money that had gone through their program that their company had contributed to, they still allowed money to be transferred through.
That's right. And I can't imagine what someone might tell themselves in a normal day about letting entities like Hamas and Hezbollah on their network. But after 10/7, Binance allows to buy co. This is another Israeli designated crypto Hamas front to move $26 million after October 7th.
Can I ask you, what has been their reaction? And I'm running out of time here. What has been their reaction to the lawsuit? Have they put anything official forward, or have you heard? And what is the ultimate goal here? What are you hoping to? What is a win for you when it comes to this action?
A win is that they are held accountable for what they've done. A win is that we make a world where financing terrorism is economically not worth it.
Yes.
We have to make this too expensive for them. We have clients, Omer Abalva, who's our named client here. He was an American living in Maryland. He was a reservist in the Israeli army. He hears about 10/7. He sprints back to Israel and is killed, not in Gaza, by the way, at the Lebanese border by Hezbollah, who's trying to hop into this bloodbath in Israel, firing rockets and missiles over the border. Obviously, countless young people raped, tortured, murdered at the Nova Music Festival, all manner of heroes big and small. And we want Binance to face at least some consequences for letting that happen.
And have you heard from them a reaction as yet?
Very
to
little,
this?
Very little, but I'm sure we're going to hear quite a bit more as this case proceeds.
Well, please come back on and let me know. Thank you for the incredible work you do. It is often a field that doesn't get spoken enough about when it comes to this legal side of trying to fight terrorism. But when it comes to what they value over anything else, I mean, for a lot of people, it's money. So you hit them where it hurts. So thank you for all that you do. And we can't wait to watch with interest and hope to God we get the right outcome and the victims of this terrorism get what they deserve.
Erin, thank you so much for having me on.
Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much. I love you all. Thank you so much for tuning in. I hope you really enjoyed what was a cracker episode. We loved putting it together for you. We'll have a bonus episode coming out on China. China is such a big deal here. In fact, the greatest enemy to the free world, the Chinese Communist Party. What are they doing at the moment? They're not jumping on board the Free Palestine movement. They're kind of sitting back a little bit, but they are benefiting almost more than anyone else from the chaos. And my guest goes through all of that. You cannot miss this episode. Love you guys. I'll be back then and also next week. Take care. Bye.